This is one of my favorite photos I've ever taken. I can't believe how much came together to make this photo work. This was taken the night after last week's photo. I said it'd be the first in a series of three. And what you see here is the next night. This is not the sunrise. This is actually the moon rising over the ocean, over the Gulf of Mexico. And the reason it looks so bright is the sun was actually still in the sky, just barely. So we're looking, we're looking east, or maybe slightly southeast here, and the moon is in the sky. And the sun is setting in the west. It's not fully set, but it's mostly set. And this was one day away from a full moon, and it was just brilliantly bright, and that you see the way the moon is casting that shine on the water. And I've never been in a situation like this where I could take a photo like this before. And I took probably 24 shots, and I had no idea if I was doing it right or how well they would turn out. You could tell I used a long shutter in this. It was 20 seconds, almost said 1/20th of a second. And that meant the waves, these constant waves battering the seashore, were smoothed out to look like glass. And I don't know about that. I've shown this to some people who have said, there's not much color in this. There's not much action in this, and I get that. But even so, I just love the little dots of color from those seashells, which I actually did place myself. They were on the beach, so it's not like I just bought them at a store. They were on the beach, but I placed them where you see them just to add a little bit of color to the foreground of the photo. And I really like how the water is just smooth. And it's, even though it was a really wavy scene, there's a sense of stillness to this image that I really appreciate. And I think that, combined with the moon and the light of the moon, it all came together in a way that I don't even want to say I couldn't have predicted, because a shot like this had never even entered my mind, my photographic vocabulary, until we were here at this St. George Island in Florida. So it's just, I feel so fortunate to be able to capture this scene with my tiny little Fuji X100F. One of the things I like to point out every now and then is you can't get this with a cell phone. You absolutely cannot get this shot with a cell phone. So it was fun to be able to capture this little moment in time, 20 seconds worth of time on our trip to St. George Island.